Welcome along, everyone. It is 8 o'clock on the 23rd of June. It is Mellow Mondays. How are you all doing? We have no box today because I had it switched off and I didn't get around to putting it on. Like I say, welcome along. It is, yeah, but Simp is still there. Simp. I'll just move it this way. It's just, as always. How are you all? You're welcome along. Welcome to Mellow Mondays. We're going to jump straight in with our game, Rosewater. We'll pick up where we left off last time round. So that will be, we're on the road, on the wagon train in a way, to try and find the, I can't remember names. Not very good with names. We're just going to jump straight in because why not? Let's jump in where we left off. Yeah. Read a book. Read a book.
I don't think I've read most of these.
Last time reading. I think
Scooch over a touch, would you, Phil?
One thing I need to say is thank you ever so much to everyone who donated to
Leger, get up here a minute, would you?
Seconds to Spare, to everyone's
What's going on?
streams.
I don't much
24 hours
care for the looks of that
MNDA.
stuff.
24 hours
No?
for MNDA.
Looks fine to me.
Been brilliant.
Give
Thank
it
you
half an
ever so
hour
much,
and it
everyone.
won't. There's a dust storm coming. We need to seek shelter fast.
We can't just stop and wait it out on the wagon?
Even secured, there's a chance it could blow over. I'm not risking it. There's a house up ahead a ways. We'll stop and see if we can shelter there.
All right, I'll let the others know.
Okay. We've got a dust storm coming.
Lola wasn't kidding about the storm picking up. Is someone living here?
Oh, yeah, Gold, how are you doing? Seconds to Spare. Hi, Draco. Seconds to Spare was real good. I enjoyed the format. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. How are you doing? You well?
Hello? Anybody home? No answer.
Open.
And wouldn't you know it, it's locked. There's got to be a way inside.
Was that you making all that racket?
There's
Ow.
someone in.
What in God's green earth are you doing out here in this squall, young lady?
My companions and I need a place to ride out the storm.
We do.
We thought this
Riding
house
out
was
the
abandoned.
storm.
Well, it's not. But how many are ye?
There's 6 of us. That's our wagon back there on the road.
Well then, go fetch 'em.
You're sure?
I won't have ye blow away on me porch. And you'll be keeping an old man company. So long as you're not bandits or thieves, are ye?
No, sir. We're fortune seekers. Of an honest sort.
Then we'll be getting along just fine. Now, get your folk in here quick, before we all get whisked to Kingdom Come.
Everybody in.
Appreciate you letting us ride out the storm in here, sir. Mighty good of you.
Ah, of course. As I told your mate, I'm glad for the company. Welcome to me home. I'm Captain Philip Boylan.
Pleasure's all ours.
Captain.
I'm Jake Ackerman. And this is Miss Leger, Mr. Luo, Mr. Marquez, Ms. Redbird, and Miss Johnson.
Fine-looking crew, sure. And not to worry, there's plenty of space here. I've a spare room upstairs and a settee in the library.
Do you need help with anything? I think the words are. Yeah, but Gold. Well, thanks. Just have a quiche. Have seen 28 years later last week. Oh, any good? I'm not a big fan on
We're
those
grateful
films,
for your
but any
hospitality.
good?
Anything we can help with?
As a matter of fact, there is. I was about to start supper. Seeing as I'm setting extra places, I could use a couple more hands.
I'd be glad to help.
As would I.
Ah, grand.
Off to help also.
Could you use another?
Sure. All right, shall we? The rest of ye, make yourselves at home. I'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
There we go. So I'm helping Danny and Nadine.
Excellent
Oh.
work, galley crew. We'll be feasting within the hour.
You're fortunate to be so well provisioned. We recently visited a community that was having trouble with their crops.
Bit windy
I hope
outside.
they have enough store to last the winter.
So, Captain,
Aye?
You often have guests?
when was the last time you entertained such a large party?
Oh, it's been ages. Trouble with getting older is, every year ye fewer friends to invite. Having ye all here is a real treat.
Captain, I was wondering,
Aye?
where did you get that gong?
Oh, that were a gift from an old friend who spent a few years sailing out of Shanghai. Is that from whereabouts ye hail yourself, Mr. Luo?
Me? Oh, no. That is, my parents came over from China, though I'm not sure where exactly. They never talk much about it. But my
Never talk
brother
much
and I
about
were
China.
both born in El Presidio.
Ah,
We've been to China.
So have you ever been to China?
No. I hope to go someday, though. Maybe I can convince Jake to take his show overseas once this trip's over.
Maybe. Stranger things have happened.
You speak any Chinese?
So does that mean you speak the language?
Yes. Although my parents wish I spoke it more.
That might come in useful in El Presidio.
Well, I'll try my best.
well, this should be plenty, thank
Good
you.
questioning
Why
there.
not go rest up? I'll sound the gong when supper's ready.
You have a go. Yeah, it was good. Got to see in a recliner chair
That was
screen
lovely.
for less than a
What an
tenner.
interesting life he's
I guess
led.
that's for
I
you.
bet he's got as many stories as Jake.
You
And
has
speaking
that.
of which, I better go find him.
I'm going to look in the library. See you at dinner.
They do it up in York. I think it's like £6. Anyway, what am I doing?
An impressive weapon. If I had to guess, I'd say this came from someplace in Africa.
Have a look around. What's
A
got a chance?
seaside landscape. I'm detecting a theme. That probably goes to a closet or a basement or something.
Oh look.
Locked.
Oh well. Oh well.
A painting of a harbor. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Hmm.
A painting of a...
I think that's everything here. We'll go into the living room. Bill.
It seems the good captain is an avid reader.
No kidding.
Loads of things to look at.
Who's that?
Palace, I believe.
Got a bus. We got books.
These shelves are full of ship's logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career.
Another one.
Nautical adventures, war stories, medieval romances, and frontier tales. We're in the
Hey,
middle
Ian.
of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea. That's a nice instrument.
Isn't she? Very finely crafted. I wonder how the captain came by her.
Whiskey. Whiskey?
The
Rum.
label says Barbados rum.
Should be rum, shouldn't it? Because it's to do with yo ho yo ho.
A poker for stoking the fire.
Harley, what are you doing? We are Captain Boylan's guests, not common bandits.
Oh.
I'm no expert, but it looks old, foreign, and valuable.
It's like a
Some kind of navigational instrument.
yeah.
I haven't a clue how it works.
Maps, guides.
Such an intricate design.
Must have taken ages to carve.
Agentum
jug.
jug.
Say that 5 times fast.
Phantom jug. I can say.
Atlases, travelogues, and naval histories. Classical dialogues, poetry, and natural philosophy.
Right, it's taught to Phil.
Admiring the captain's collection?
I am. Such curious objects.
Can't think of anything to ask.
Nadine just reads.
Quite a collection, huh?
You know, Dr. Sedgwick was also fond of collecting. Not like this, though. Mostly things like medical diagrams, antique surgical implements, and wax anatomical models. When I was young, I used to go into his office to sneak peeks at the old books that had illustrations of people showing different afflictions. Pustules and lesions, scrofula, all the venereal diseases at once, that sort of thing. They were
Lovely.
kind of horrifying, but also strangely fascinating.
Why, Nadine, you absolute scamp.
That's it for in here. We'll head on out. It will head upstairs. Gonna head up. Go and see Gentleman Jake. And Danny. 3 rooms. First. Ready? The heck?
Wasted no time making yourself comfortable, I see.
My back's been acting up lately, you know? Truth is, it's been a while since I was out on the road like this, camping with only a bedroll every night. Guess I got used to inns and soft mattresses. And there's a decent bed in the show wagon. Now, it ain't like I've gone soft or nothing, just, you know, showing my old bones some love.
What is it?
We can chat after supper. Right now, I could use a rest.
Wow.
Hey, Danny.
Hi, Harley. Do you mind if we talk later? I'm feeling a little white.
Sure, not a problem.
What you got in here? Got a drawer?
Hey now, don't go snooping around in there. We don't want to get on our host's bad side.
Okay, so we're just gonna get told off, aren't we, for snoopiness?
Evocative scene.
Don't stare at that painting too long or you'll get seasick.
Okay.
Speaking from experience.
Let's just say I'm glad it's on the wall behind me.
Boom.
Storm's still going.
I'm glad we found a safe place to stay.
We did.
Nice to be able to freshen up. Ah.
Just by reaching out and coming back and going, freshened up. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in here. That's room 1. Oh, 1. Another ship.
The plaque says the Corona.
Ooh.
Oh, that's interesting. There's a little model sailor that looks kind of like Captain Boylan.
Hi, Corona.
The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. Been years since I've seen it. I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason.
Come on. It's a game. Snoop.
A ship in a dense fog. Hey, I've seen this sort of thing before. I believe it's called Scrimshaw.
We've got a
It's
ship.
got an old sailing ship on it. It's been carved with a whale design.
Whale.
It's got a seabird on it. A pelican, I think.
Seabird and a light.
Someone carved a lighthouse onto this. A ship in a dense fog.
Oh, yeah. Go on this room.
Miss Johnson, there you are.
Yep.
Anything interesting out there?
Can you see anything through that spyglass?
Just the wagon. Wanted to make sure it's standing up to the storm.
And is it?
Seems to be.
Good.
Excuse me, won't you?
Why did that seem suspicious? Dinner's ready.
I can't remember the last time this table was so full. How are ye finding the fare?
How ye find the fair gar?
Not bad.
Most satisfactory.
The very soul of rustic simplicity. Quite simple and, unadorned.
Right, what am I going to choose? I like it.
And no adornment needed. My compliments to the kitchen. But then I'm not exactly impartial.
In any case, it's been a real pleasure having a proper meal at a table.
Been roughing it then?
And how? A campfire don't compare to this.
Where are ye folks headed?
El Presidio.
The Presidio. that's it.
I used to sail out of there.
Sorry, I hear about you, Cap.
Captain, I must admit I'm curious to know more about you.
Well, I'm flattered, Miss Leger. Although, I can assure ye there's nothing much exciting about this old sea dog. At least not
no.
nowadays.
You said you sailed from El Presidio, Captain Boylan?
Aye, for many a year. I used to captain a whaler.
No kidding. You must have some stories.
A fair few. I could tell ye about the largest beast we ever snared. The one what took me leg.
Well, let's hear about it.
Go on then, tell us.
It was back in 25. We were circling a lagoon off the coast of New Spain. We were on the point of giving up, when suddenly, a great monster breaches off the port bow. She was the biggest I'd ever seen. I shouted the order to launch the whaleboats in pursuit. Me men put all their backs and all their hearts into rowing, and soon we was on her. All around, the water was churning white with foam. The beast surfaced again so close, we nearly capsized. But the harpooner had steady legs, and a steadier aim on him, and he struck true. Then, the battle began.
The battle.
Oh, how she thrashed and reared. Somehow, the rope got wrapped round me leg and pulled and tore almost clean through. I thought I was a goner for sure, but it wasn't over yet. At last, the beast tired out. We hauled her in just as it was getting dark. Cutting her up was no easy job. She was 50 foot if she was an inch. Got a good sum for all that oil and blubber. But it wasn't only the whale went under the knife that night. Doc cut me up too, taking care of what little was left of me leg by that point. Saved me life.
Quite a tale.
That poor creature.
I doubt you'd feel that way if you met one yourself, Missy.
How about we just finish our dinner? If anybody has an appetite left after that story.
Aye, fair enough.
I think I'm not going to be asking any more questions then, am I?
No, that was a fine meal. And a fine meal should be followed by some fine rum and conversation. Would you care to join me in the library?
That sounds like a perfect way to pass the evening.
I'm going to retire. Sounds like the storm's died down, so I'm bunking in the wagon.
You sure that's a good idea, Miss Johnson?
I'm sure. See y'all bright and early.
Okay.
Sure you won't have some rum, Miss Redbird?
I'm sure. Thank you.
And for you, Miss Leger?
I'm going to keep a level head.
You can spare me a pour as well, Captain.
Aye, fair enough. A toast to new friends.
Cheers!
Keep a clear head. I think that's the easiest thing to do. Keep a clear head with this.
Damn, where'd you say this stuff came from?
A gift from an old friend in Barbados. Best rum in the world, in my opinion. Got plenty more in me cellar. You're welcome to it. Now then, Mr. Marquez, I had a question for ye.
I may have an answer.
Am I mistaken, or are ye of the new Spanish persuasion?
I am, yes.
Ha ha ha! Grand! I'd like ye to have this.
Oh, the good.
She belonged to an old friend of mine. New Spanish, like yourself. He used to play the most beautiful music. He left her to me when he died, but I always felt she should return to her proper home, as it were.
I'm honored.
Suppose I ought to have asked if you play.
In fact, I do. A little bit, anyway.
Go on, then. Give us a song.
Here we go.
Very well, but let me tune her first.
That's in tune. That's in tune.
That should do. Now, let's see if I remember.
Nice. That was beautiful.
Goodness, that was beautiful. Where did you learn that?
Thank you, Harley. I had a tutor as a child. My father insisted I learn to play something, so I chose the guitar.
Well, ain't you just full of surprises?
I think this calls for another round.
Hear, hear.
And another round goes down, and headaches will ensue.
It's been a grand evening. But this old salt needs his beauty sleep. Stay up late as ye like. All I ask is ye not disturb me in me quarters. I'm not a light sleeper, but I can be a right bastard when startled.
I promise we'll steer clear and tiptoe quieter than the angels. Good night, Captain.
See y'all in the morning.
There goes Captain.
Don't know about you folks, but I ain't ready to bed down just yet.
Yes, the night is still young.
Let's say we have a couple more rounds.
The rum's all gone now.
Captain Boylan said he had more in the cellar.
I'll just go fetch a bottle or two. Oh, bad news. Cellar's locked.
Oh, chingada.
Guess the party's over, then?
Not necessarily. Harley, would you be so kind as to apply
Oh,
your
right, okay.
skills to our little problem?
Yeah, okay, I'll get the door.
Sure, I can get that door open.
Yeah,
Trickier
yeah.
without lockpicks, but I'll improvise.
Atta girl. Let us know when you done it.
So, we're going to go and have a look at the cellar.
The cellar door.
Oh.
That won't get the door open.
If we can use the if we can use the harp thing.
This could be useful.
Okay. Harpoon thing. What the hell am I talking about? It's a poker for fire. It's a poker, not a harp. They're just lost him only to world tonight.
I could try prying the door open.
Right. The drawers, is it? So we know they've got drawers. Which one?
I shouldn't be snooping around. Not without a good reason, anyway.
Should have said no, shouldn't I?
I shouldn't be.
I'll look through. Just so, because we've got some bit of time.
I can just make out the wagon through the dust. At least it hasn't blown away.
Yeah, that's it.
A musty-smelling mess of laundry.
There's
It's empty. I shouldn't be snooping around.
what could I haven't been in the other room. Go in here and I'll find it.
This is the water closet.
Alright, okay. Well, wall closet. Go back down. Anything in the kitchen we can use?
I shouldn't be.
Oh, come on.
Don't mind if I do. Full of matches.
Anything else here that we can...
I can just hear Joni. A quill and ink, how charming. Got it.
Oh, get out of here, get out of here. Oh, I didn't. Not gonna pry the door open. Use the keys to open.
Jake? Phil? I got it.
Nice work, Harley. Now let's go get that rum.
I cannot see a thing down here.
How about we light that wall lamp?
Good thing we got a lighter, isn't it?
Much better.
Now,
That
about
lighter
that
matches.
rum.
What was that?
Sounded like the captain's voice. Come on.
Go back up.
You heard it too, huh?
Yes, it came from upstairs, I think.
It sounded like Captain Boylan, but aren't his quarters on this floor?
I thought the same.
Perhaps we should go see if he's all right.
Yep, you and Miss Redbird check the spare room, Danny and I'll check the bedroom. Harley, you look in the captain's quarters. We ain't got time to lose.
Okay. Okay. Go have a look. Oh, where is he?
Odd. Captain Boylan's not here. Where could he have gone? Can't really see anything in here. Hang on. What's this? There's a small switch in the back.
Ooh.
Well, I'll be damned.
Wow. Oh, that escalated quickly. Let's go.
Captain! You're still breathing, thank God. Hang on, I'll get help.
Well,
He appears to be fine physically, but he seems to be in some sort of trance.
he just
Trance? How
went
do you mean?
upstairs and
His eyes are open, but he's not really awake. He's gone within himself. I've seen people do this voluntarily, to meditate or relive certain memories, but Captain Boylan seems trapped.
Is there anything we can do?
I'm not entirely sure. Did he say anything when you found him, Harley?
Not a word.
I'm at a loss. Something brought this on, but what?
did he come to his hidden room?
Could it have something to do with this room? If he went to the trouble of building a secret passage, it must have some significance to him.
That's a very good point. I would say this place is a sanctuary.
But from what? The man lives alone in the desert already. What's he need a secret sanctuary for?
Look, on the wall there.
It's a sketch of Captain Boylan with 5 other men. His crew, maybe? There's a signature. A. Kranich.
Kranich? God forgive me.
Captain, can you hear me?
The doom? The doom!
The doom.
What doom?
The
What
doom.
do you mean?
I came from nowhere. I ought to have taken heed. I ought to have let it take me.
Captain? Captain? He's unresponsive again.
Well,
This is all so strange. I wish we knew what was going on.
I think I have an idea.
Yes?
That chair, the way it's positioned, facing that sketch, this room being hidden, I think something happened to those men. Something bad. And I think the captain blames himself for it. He probably comes in here to punish himself.
Oh, how you figure that?
Because, well, call it a hunch.
I don't know.
something more.
Seems kind of far-fetched, don't it?
He's
Not entirely. I've read some of the new theories about the study of the mind. A particularly traumatic event may have shaken Captain Boylan's sanity.
So, he has gone mad.
Yes, but he may not be beyond help. We could try to reach him. I could try a form of hypnosis.
Oh, sure. That's where you get him to cluck like a chicken, right?
Not at all. It means he would be calmed and put into a receptive state. Then we could speak directly with his unconscious mind. But to have the best chance, we would have to recreate the environment he's experiencing as accurately as possible.
How we do that?
Recreate the environment? Just how do you propose we do that?
We must each take on a role.
Oh, you mean like play acting?
Something like that. If we can each convincingly assume the identities of the men in that sketch, the captain may feel they are truly here with him. His fantasy will become clear, and we'll be able to guide him through and out of it.
Sounds just crazy enough to work.
But we know nothing about these
Exactly.
men, aside from what they look
Books.
like.
Which means we need to find out more. The more details we have, the better.
Then let's put this show together. Harley, you're good at finding things. See if Captain Boylan had a diary or something.
All right, I'm on it.
Is there anything else in here whilst we're go and have a look. Right, okay.
There's an old book in here. A journal.
Oh, look at
Better
that.
take it. The captain won't miss this for now.
We've got whale.
The captain still has some old country pride. The storm has eased up some.
Let's have a look at the diary. Read. Okay.
There's not much in here. I guess Captain Boylan didn't care much for writing. Here's an interesting passage.
Fisher landed another whale today on his first shot. I asked him how he managed it. Turns out he's been tying his wife's kerchief to the harpoon handle. Swears it brings luck and improves his aim. Ah, to be young and in love.
That all there's there.
There's not much in here. I guess here's an interesting...
Fisher landed
Okay. Not much there. We're gonna have to go and have a look around.
Not much inside. There is a folded up piece of paper. Seems to be a recipe for sea biscuits. There's a note. Your favorites. Told you they were simple to make. Perhaps someday you can whip some up for me. It's initialed GOM.
Probably not.
Well stocked, but not with anything I need. Captain Boylan keeps a tidy house.
He certainly does.
It's empty.
Okay. Go back. Go upstairs. We'll do the upstairs first. Let's see what we've got. Have a look at the
Spare linens and an old sketch.
sketch.
A sketch of a ship. The Derwent. There's a note. Captain Boylan, looking forward to our first voyage together. Signed A. Cranach. Cranach? That's the same name on the sketch in the attic. So the Derwent must be the ship I'm looking for.
For the Derwent.
The port of Gascon, if I'm not mistaken. The
That's
plaque says the Corunna. Oh, that's interesting. And that other one there looks like one of the men in the attic sketch. I need to
Ooh.
figure out exactly who it is.
Okay. So we're starting to piece things together now. Right, okay. No draw.
There's an empty bottle and a note in here. I'll take the note.
No. Read the note.
Captain Boylan, I recommend taking 1 nitroglycerin tablet per day and avoiding overexcitement. Dr. Francois.
Look one more time at the boat.
Evocative scene.
So we've gone through the drawers there. Yeah. We haven't opened this up.
Looks like a navigational chart. I'll take it with me.
Ah.
There's a path drawn around an island that says Detour. The name of the island's been crossed out.
Hmm. What is it? Have a look at the telescope.
I wonder what old Captain Boylan uses this for. Stargazing? I can just make out the web.
So we've now got that.
Captain Boylan was quite dashing in his youth.
Boiling.
A musty smelling. I'll take this hat.
So we're starting to get things together, aren't we? We're starting to collect things to kind of become the people that they say.
It's empty.
Nothing at the back, is there? What's that?
It's got an old sailing ship on it. It's been carved with a... I'll put... It's got an old sailing ship on it. I'll put back the one I'm carrying first.
Oh.
It doesn't do much for me.
That was fog, wasn't it?
A ship in a dense fog.
All right. Well, we're starting to get some bits and pieces. That port town must be...
Painting of a harbor. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. A seaside landscape. I'm detecting a theme.
Get the harpoon.
Can't reach it from down here.
What about using the poker?
I could reach it with the poker and knock it down, but it's liable to impale me. I'd better find a safer way.
So we've got to get the harpoon down. What was the bust
A
of?
bust of some lady in a helmet.
Books.
These shelves are full of ship's logbooks. Captain Boylan had a long career. Ah, here we are. The logbook for the Derwent.
The Derwent, that's it. So let's have a look. Read the logbook.
The Derwent sailed out of El Presidio in 1830. Listed crew is Captain Philip Boylan, First Mate Michael Benelli, Navigator Karanga Payo, Harpooner Jalal Fisher, Dr. Jonas Francois, Cook George O'Malley, and Alfred Cranach, profession unlisted. We're in the middle of the desert, but it feels like we could be at sea.
Interesting.
Some kind of navigation. Such an intricate design. Atlases, travelogues, and naval histories. Classical dialogues. The label says Barbados rum.
I don't think there's much else in here. All these. Got a few things. Let's go back up. Actually, no. Come back down. We want to go to the cellar. The cellar. We haven't been to the cellar yet.
This crate's been emptied. Probably full of more rum. A crate chock full of rum bottles. Another unlit lamp.
If there's another one like that, what we want to do is we want a lamp. Hey, oh, hello.
There we are.
More thing. What have we got here?
An old navigational chart. Looks awfully familiar.
Familiar.
These two charts show the same land masses. The island crossed out on my chart is called Hastram Scary.
So, we use this. Cancel. Cancel. What's we got?
Enough rum to last a lifetime. Or an evening.
Jokes. Oh, hello. We'll take the stool. There's. Use the stool. Use the stool. Reach the harpoon. Look at the harpoon.
I feel sorry for the sea beast that gets one of these through its hide. A plain wooden stool. Useful for gaining some height.
Right, okay, let's go. See what we get. Secret door. Right. Talk.
I hope we're able to help the captain.
Let me know when you found something that might tell us who those fellers in the sketch are.
I will. I'll do this now.
I found the ship's log for the crew in the sketch.
Nicely done. Let's have a look. Alright, so we've got a first mate, navigator, harpooner, doctor, cook, and artist. We can probably leave that last one out.
Okay, so Danny can be the cook, Nadine the doctor, Phil the harpooner, you can be the navigator, and I'll be the first mate.
Oh, don't you think I ought to be the first mate?
Does it really matter?
Reckon not. Right, now all we need are some props.
Props?
Sure, for authenticity. Have another look at the sketch.
So let's see the sketch. Let's see what props have we got.
Each of the crewmen is either wearing or holding something unique.
Jake's right. If we each have the appropriate item, it will increase our chances of convincing the captain that we are his former crew. I'd
That's a
also
whale.
suggest trying to learn at least one personal detail about each one, just in case.
Okay, I'll have a look around.
Bring me any items you find.
And let me know when you're ready to begin the performance.
This is a lot to keep track of. I'd better make a list.
Yeah. A list.
Remember to bring me anything that'll make a good prop.
What's the props? No, it's nothing. So what we want to do is we'll give
Here, this is the hat first mate Benelli wore.
Perfect. I'll hang on to it.
got
Here's a harpoon for Mr. Fisher.
All right, this one's yours, Phil.
I do hope this works.
A spyglass for Navigator Pio.
Great.
I think you need to be too close there. What else we got? So, hat we got. Eyeglass we got. Fish a harpoon we got. Prop. Favorite meal is sea biscuit. George O'Malley prop.
That's Captain Boylan on the left. According to the ship's log, these other men are harpooner Jalal Fisher, cook George O'Malley, Dr. Jonas Francois, first mate Michael Benelli, and navigator Karenga Payo.
So we need to get the whale tusk. So we need to get the whale tusk, the scrimshaw. Need to get the whale scrimshaw. But you're gonna do that. Head up. Back. Did I pick up the whale scrimshaw?
I'll put back the one I'm carrying first.
That one we're using. Must be the
A musty smelling mess of laundry.
What would the cook have? What would the cook have?
This is the water closet.
Nothing else there, is there?
Nice to be able to freshen up.
Better looking. Done that. So it's what the cook would have.
Not much inside. There is a folded up piece of paper. Seems
Yeah,
to
we
be
know.
there's a note. Your favorite. Its initial. The dinner gong. Full of matches.
Nothing else there.
Definitely not.
Okay. Okay.
Looks like a sea bunk. Guess I'll.
Else in there, right? What can we give? Bonus factor. You give this. That's going to Gentleman Jake.
Here's a carved whale tooth for Dr. Francois.
This one's you, Miss Redbird. Remember to bring me anything.
Poor Captain Boylan. It's not easy.
That's
Okay.
Captain Boylan on the left. According to the ship's log, these other men are harpooner Jalal Fisher, cook George O'Malley, Dr. Jonas Francois, first mate Michael Benelli, and navigator Karenga Payo.
Tattoo. You do the anchor with the pen. That's how you do it. You do the anchor. Right, okay. So give Jake.
I found this inkwell and quill. Should work for drawing O'Malley's tattoo on Danny.
Right. I'll hold on to this thing until it's time. Nice work, Harley. I think we got all the
I
props
hope we got all
need.
the props we need. So now we need to just go through. Got a fill.
I appreciate the offer, but I have no use for this.
That's all the pops we need, and we need to do it, don't we?
Nice work.
Is everything ready to go? Keep in mind, we'll likely only get one chance at this.
Yep, got on as much as I can.
I think so. I've found everything I can.
Excellent. Let's gather everything together and get started.
Oh,
I'll begin. Then we can each say who we are. Captain Boylan, hear the voices of your former crew.
see what happens.
Me crew?
Go ahead, Harley. You start.
First mate Michael Vanelli reporting for duty, Captain Boylan.
Michael, can it be?
Captain
wow.
Boylan, it's Karenga Payo, your navigator.
Pio, you're alive?
Captain Boylan, it's me, George O'Malley. Supper is almost ready.
Ah, yes, I can smell it. Delicious.
Captain Boylan, I am Jalal Fisher, harpooner.
Of course, Fisher! I knew ye'd made it.
And I am Dr.
Let's see.
Jonas Francois.
Doc! Oh, Doc, how I've needed ye. Me crew? Can it be?
Yes, Captain. We've come to speak with you.
But you're not some devils sent to trick me?
We are not, I assure you.
Prove it then, Benelli. If it's truly yourself, tell me the name of the ship we served on before the Derwent.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
It was the Queen's Fire.
The Queen's Fire? I've never heard of her.
Forgive me, Captain. I've had a hard time of it recently.
Aye. Perhaps I'd best not judge ye too harshly.
What's that
Mario!
come back and
Aye,
morph into those
Captain.
people?
Remind me of the course correction ye made this morning.
We're sailing around Hastram Scary.
We're going around Hastram Scary.
That's right. I remember now.
Okay, I've got some
Fine work,
information.
Pio. That'll surely save us some time. Fisher, have ye your harpoon at the ready?
Aye, sir.
And your aim will be true?
Tied my wife's kerchief to the handle.
Yes, I have my wife's lucky kerchief tied to the handle.
Ah, good. Then our hunt is sure to
Should have
succeed.
gone with the Excelsior, shouldn't I?
O'Malley,
Sir?
I believe I know that.
Sea biscuits!
But remind me what it is you're making.
Sea biscuits!
Oh, why, your favorite, of course. Sea biscuits.
As I suspected, I can hardly wait for a taste.
Captain, I recommend you take it easy.
Why is that, Dr. Francois?
Well, I don't know what the bottle's for.
Because your liver is in a very weakened state.
Me liver? Ah, me liver's fine. You said so yourself. It's
Okay.
strange. I feel as though you're me crew, yet I can't be certain. Most of your faces are clear to me, but... Blast the
Damn,
fog!
it's
If
right.
only I could clear it away.
Perhaps you still can. Tell us what you remember.
Aye. 20 years ago, the Derwent left El Presidio on the hunt for whales. We'd been out for months, with almost naught to show for it. A wretched haul and wretched pay. Benelli came to me, saying the crew was getting agitated, yearning for home. Forgive me, Benelli. I ought to have listened to you. After the third time you tried to speak
Benelli.
sense, I tossed you in the
Benelli.
brig for insubordination. One more, I said. We'll not turn for home before we bring in one more whale. Hio and Fisher, at least, were keen. I saw the signs, but didn't want to believe them. Didn't want to turn back. But there was a devil of a storm brewing, and he brought us down. Poor Benelli, locked in the brig, to drown.
Oh,
Rat.
so Benelli
And the
died.
rest of ye didn't stand a chance once the ship turned over. Brave, brave fisher. You saved me life when it ought to have been me what went down with the Derwent. Ah, lads. That night's been eating away at me for 20 years. How I wish I could go back. How I wish I could make things right.
Can't change the past, but you can learn from it.
But you can't. The past is the past, and what's done is done. The best you can do is learn to accept and live with it.
But how? You 5 brave men died because of me.
Yet you were given a second chance. Use it to do good with your life. Like sheltering strangers from a dust storm, for instance.
It won't ever stop hurting. But you can take the pain and turn it into something good.
I suppose you're right. I swear I'll do right by all of ye. Thank ye. You've given me a moment of peace. I hope to God you've found it as well. Oh, I am weary.
Hopefully that's done the job.
Think it worked?
I hope so. Come, we should get some sleep. And let's refrain from mentioning this to the captain in the morning.
Appreciate your hospitality, Captain.
Think nothing of it. I hope you all
Nice.
slept well.
Very much so. And yourself?
Best sleep I've had in years.
I'm glad to hear it.
Ye said you were headed to El Presidio?
That's right.
Then I wonder if I might trouble ye for a small favour.
Of
I've
course.
a letter needs delivering. Could I entrust it to ye?
Of course.
My thanks. I'd also like to leave ye with a couple of mementos for being so quick to volunteer and help out. Mr. Lowe and Miss Redbird, please, take this bottle of Barbadian rum. Perhaps ye might split it between ye. Makes dull work go faster.
Oh, thanks. That's very kind.
And for you, Miss Leger, this tea caddy.
Tea caddy. Ooh,
I carved the inlay myself.
It's beautiful.
nice.
Best of luck on your journey. And if ye ever pass this way again, feel free to knock on me door.
Thanks, Captain, we will.
What time to come back?
Our stay at Captain
Morphing
Boylan's farmhouse
into
was
other people.
anything
I'm
but
not caught
dull.
up with
I can't say
episode
for
3.
sure whether
Right,
we
fair
truly
enough.
helped him for good and all.
Has
But he
there
seemed
been
himself again
any
when he
update
saw
on
us off
car
this
shopping?
morning. I
No,
do
there
believe he was
hasn't.
truly lonely in
None
his
at all.
self-imposed exile and grateful for
Which is
even the
weird.
brief company we
I really thought
offered.
they would. But it's dead.
After traveling half the day, we've stopped for a brief rest, and Nadine has asked me to accompany her on an excursion into the desert. For what purpose, I shall soon learn.
Thank you for accompanying me, Harley.
Not a problem.
Nadine, what we're doing?
What are we doing exactly?
Gathering firewood. There's probably plenty of petrified wood, but we should be able to find some useful scrub.
Yes, me?
How come you asked me to come with you anyway?
You would have preferred I ask someone else?
No, just
Just curious.
I thought it would be nice to spend some time together. Get a moment to breathe. Big groups aren't my favorite.
Okay.
Yes, I can see your point.
Over here looks promising.
Right. Time to go and get some.
Someone dropped their flask here.
Oh,
Whew,
flask.
that is some strong smelling stuff.
Go and have a look.
There, over by that flintstone. That branch is perfect. I'll let you do the honors.
Flintstone. Eat the.
Surprisingly light. Suppose there's more around here?
Undoubtedly. It probably came from that tree over there. Let's split up. I'll check beyond the tree. You search the area to the south. Once you've gathered enough, we can meet back here and sort it.
Okay.
Hey.
Good luck, I guess.
And to you.
So to the south. So I'm taking a guess that's going down here. Have a look. Wood there. Wood there.
This branch isn't going anywhere without coaxing. A piece of torn cloth. Looks like it came from a shirt or a jacket.
Ooh, that will come in handy. What could we use to pry? What?
That's not going to get the wood out.
Fine. Go this way. Come back to that piece of wood. Go back.
Somebody lost their satchel out here.
Search this up.
Not much in here except a rusty knife. But a rusty knife is better than no knife at all.
Exactly.
I think this one will...
Oh.
Damn it! Fast little son of a gun.
Well. Go here.
A bunch of rocks. Desert's full of them.
Already looked at the bag. I don't know why I've gone across.
Somebody...
Oh. A rocket a coyote.
Look here, you little mongrel. I need that stick.
This is some humor.
Damn it! Where did that varmint get to?
First things first, let's use the rusty knife.
Come on. Got it.
Boom, right. I think that's going to be it. I don't think we can do any more. Because unless he's circled round, there's nothing else there. I guess I had to throw the rock at the coyote. Going north. Super fast speed.
This branch still has some leaves on it.
Good.
Nadine said this was flint.
Evening, Jew. How are you doing? You well? Hope you're well. Ah, there it is.
Well, look who it is.
We're gonna throw the coyote. Could be dangerous.
Take that, you little pest.
Perfect. How are you doing, Chew? You well?
Nadine's never going to
Good, thanks.
believe
How's
what
it
I
going?
went through to get this.
I'm all right, thank you.
That should be enough. Now to find Nadine.
It sounds like you went to some lengths to gather that wood.
It wasn't so bad.
All things considered, it could have been worse. I hope we got enough.
I think so. Your efforts haven't gone unrewarded. You said a coyote ran off with one of the branches?
Yeah, sneaky little thing. Had to hit him with a rock to get him away.
Oh, was it badly hurt?
Don't think so. I didn't throw it that hard.
I see. You know, Vespuccian natives tell many stories about Coyote the Trickster. He's never quite either good or bad, but he's always getting into scrapes and causing trouble. Would you like to hear one?
Go for it.
Please. I'd like that.
Okay, but first,
Du-du-du-du-du.
What are you doing?
you'll see.
Story time.
Now then,
Making a shiv.
Coyote went to visit Kingfisher because he was out of food. Brother, what have you got to eat? I'm very hungry. Kingfisher didn't like this rude way of talking, but he flew to the top of his lodge, then flew to the river and down through a hole in the ice. He came back up with many fish. The two ate until their bellies were full, and Coyote went home.
No, thank you.
The next day, Coyote climbed up onto the roof of his lodge. "What are you doing up there?" asked his wife. "Why, you know I've done this before. I'm getting food for our supper." Coyote jumped off the roof, down to the river, but he missed the hole and broke his neck and was killed.
Ouch! Jesus, that escalated quickly.
Kingfisher, who had been nearby, walked over to where Coyote was. He jumped into the river and emerged with many fish. Then he jumped over Coyote 4 times, and Coyote came back to life. "This is my way, not your way," said Kingfisher. "I do not imitate others like you do." He handed Coyote the fish before leaving. Coyote went back to his wife and showed her the fish. "Look at these big fish. I caught them the way Kingfisher does. Kingfisher is afraid of my power. He told me not to do this
Imitating.
again. He knows my medicine is strong." Coyote's wife cooked the fish.
Good story. It's imitating.
Wow, that's a hell of a tale.
I always found it rather compelling.
Of the Autumn Tales?
Did you learn that from the Autumn?
No. There was some storytelling around the fire, bits of gossip I picked up, that sort of thing. But their most sacred myths are private. Not for outsiders. Not for me.
So where did you hear the story?
Actually, I read it in a book. Myths and Legends of the Native Vespuccians. Dr. Sedgwick bought it from a traveling bookseller. I think he was of 2 minds about giving it to me. On the one hand, I know he considered it frivolous heathen claptrap. But on the other hand, he thought it might be meaningful to me, having something connected to my origins. He was right. I cherished that book. Devoured it. It was written by a white man who was supposed to have traveled all around the country collecting native folk tales. Sometimes I wonder if he ever left the publishing office in Bright Bay. Maybe he just made them all up. I preferred to believe that there was something authentic about them, though.
I think stories are universal.
They're good stories, right? They spoke to you? That's all that really matters.
Exactly.
I like
agree.
to think that storytelling is universal. Tell a compelling yarn and anyone can enjoy it.
Maybe you're right. I just wish I had something that I knew was really from my own people.
Well, that's understandable.
Hang on. Hang on.
Here, for you.
Hey!
This is really well done. Thank you.
Shall we head back now?
Sure. Let's go.
Something from her own people. Do we think the arrowhead? Where are we going? So we've made it a bit. What I want to do.
I'm not sure what I'd do with that.
Oh.
An old Spanish doubloon. It's a beautiful wooden box with an inlaid scrimshaw carving. Says it's from Ceylon. There's some tea in here. It's got a nice fruity aroma. Kind of sweet.
Yes, how are you doing, Jew? You're good, you're good. Yeah, it's just been busy. It's a busy old day at work. It just seems to be the way at the minute. It does it. I'll just blow my chair down a little bit. It seems to be constant. But yeah, other than that, I'm well. How was your weekend? Did you actually do much, or was it just nice and
Nadine carved this for me after telling me that story.
nice
about
and
the
quiet
coyote.
because of the heat?
Jake's luggage. I could put every...
Let's play some cards.
How about a few hands of poker, boys?
Sounds good to me. What do you think, Danny boy?
I don't have anything to bet with.
We don't need to play for money. Only our honor at stake. What could be more valuable, huh?
Let's play.
Let's do it then. Hell of a game, boys.
Hey, Leger, I need a word.
Going up to the captain.
Yes?
There's a stopped wagon up ahead. Traders from the look of it. I'll pull over. Go see if they've got anything worthwhile for sale.
Will do.
Will do. David.
Excuse me, ma'am?
Oh, hello there. Where did you come from?
The wagon just
other
down the
side.
road there.
Yeah.
I was coming to see if...
Uh-oh.
Hold up there, stranger.
Pa, what are you doing?
State your business. We do not want trouble.
Yeah.
Easy there. Trouble's the last thing I'm looking for.
Then what are you looking for?
I've been sent to inquire if you were traders. Thought we might do business.
Ah, well, there you are then. You can put the gun down, Pa. She's clearly not a highway woman.
No?
Clearly not.
You know how sneaky they are, Ma. And this road is infested with them.
Where are you driving to?
Have you been on the road long?
A few days.
Coming from the west? Where are you headed?
Oh no. Do not fall for her tricks, Ma. She is trying to get our guard down so her gang can fall upon us.
No.
Pa, please. If she did have any wicked intent, I'm sure she's given it up now that she sees how well protected we are. Please put the gun away, and let's talk like civilized Christian folk.
Very well. I swear, if you attempt anything...
She'll regret it sorely, I'm sure. There
Understand.
now. Well, you asked if we were traders, and indeed we are. We're bound for Rosewater to sell our stock. We were about to make camp for the evening, but we'd be glad to show you what we have, provided you can pay or trade.
Interest. It's my companions.
My companions might like to take a look.
Well, we could display our wares before we make our camp. Or perhaps we could all camp together.
Let's all
make
camp
an
together.
evening of it. A chance to trade stories as well as
I think we're going to
wares.
camp together.
Now, Ma, is that a good idea? Ria has been fussy all day.
It will be fine. She loves meeting new people.
We do not have extra food, so we cannot feed you.
That's all right. We have some. We can pool what we've got.
Very good. A potluck.
Great. I'll let my companions know to prepare for company.
There we
By
go.
the way, my name's Harley Leger.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We are the Fortine family.
Fortine.
I'm Sarah Little Owl, and my husband is Carl. We've also got 3 children in the wagon. Beth, Bram, and baby Ria. You'll meet them later this evening.
I look forward to it.
Right, so we're not being killed. Oh, it's a little doggy.
What a nice evening. I'm so glad we did this. Seems Gegi's taken a shine to Miss Johnson.
She's a fine dog. With a little training, she'd be a fine trail companion.
Oh, I don't think we'll bother with all that.
Fair enough. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to the other fire.
Take Gegi along if you want.
All right. Come on, girl.
Dog's following. What we got? What we got here? What's bubbling?
That was a good meal.
Look.
Hey, Mrs. Fortine?
Yes, Miss Leger.
And you, Mr. Fortine, meet.
I'm curious to know how you and your husband met.
We both worked for the Gold River Trading Company. I'd already been at the lodge for a few years with my brothers when he first came through. We courted for a while, and eventually decided to elope.
Love at first sight, huh?
It took a while to get to know him, but I could see he was different from the other trappers. Brutes and wild men, but not Carl. After we were married, we both left the company and came west to work independently.
Not bad. Where'd you come from?
Are you from Western Vespuccia originally?
No, I'm Cheyenne. We come from the southern part of the province you call Rotterdam. Your friend, Miss Redbird. Who are her people?
Afraid I don't know.
I see. Well, send her my way when she has a moment. I'd love a chat.
Often travel to Rosewater?
You folks been to Rosewater often?
Several times, yes. We usually spend the winter there. Ever since they extended the rail line, we can go there and sell to traders who ship our pelts back east. Actually, Rhea was born in Rosewater.
You don't say.
Where'd you get the dog?
Have you had your dog long?
Only a few days. We adopted Gagi from a traveling carnival we passed some miles back. Pa wasn't too enthusiastic about it. But I thought it would do the children good to have a companion. Although I have noticed that Bram starts to sneeze something awful when she's around. I hope he gets over it.
Bit of allergies. I've been a trapper.
So, what's the trapper's life like?
It can be rough, but I like the freedom. We can go where we want, when we want, without any boss telling us otherwise.
It's not too dangerous for a young family?
The children are born to it. They can hunt and trap with their eyes closed. Besides, we don't go after anything dangerous. Mainly deer, elk, and beavers.
Where did Gegi's name come from?
How did you come up with the name Gagi?
Oh, that was Rhea's doing. Gagi is her way of saying doggy. We all thought it was adorable.
Hello,
and
Mad
the
Locust
name
Rising.
stuck.
How you doing? That scared the hell out of me.
Your children seem very capable. How old are they?
Beth is 14, Bram is 9, and Rhea is 18 months.
Wow.
Having a good evening, Mrs. Fortine?
I am, Miss Legere. I'm so glad we did this.
Oh,
I much prefer our means of transportation.
So we'll go and that. You keep it well, Mad Locust. Hopefully he hasn't been too bad for you in your part of the world. You're a bit brutal over here.
Harley, come, join us.
It's only like it's 16.
No!
16 degrees.
Bad dog! Bram! Take this mutt back to the wagon. She has caused enough trouble for one night.
Yeah, the graphics are a little slow on the nighttime ones. It's bearable at the minute. That's good.
She's just a pup. You can't expect her to be a perfect angel without being trained to it.
Trained? I would like to know how we will find the time for that. Honestly, I do not know what Sarah was thinking taking her in.
Here, Mr. Fortine, have some rum. I think it will do you some good.
I probably shouldn't, but... why not?
That's up, Cam.
How about that song you were gonna play us, Phil?
Ah, yes. This is a tune I have always enjoyed.
Time for a bit of music. Oh, I can click and point. Oh, sorry. I thought it was part of the story. I didn't realise I could just sit and do things. This music is better. Better than what? Oh, hey, I know.
Harley.
I know
Hi,
exactly
Nadine.
what it is.
And who's this?
This is the Fortine's eldest daughter, Beth, and their youngest, Rhea.
Good to meet you, Beth. I'm Harley.
How do you do?
I think Miss Fortune wants this.
Mrs. Fortine told me to send you her way, Nadine. I think she wants to talk to you.
Oh, all right. Thanks for letting me know.
you talking about?
So, what have you two been chatting about?
Beth was just recounting her family's journey from the mountains.
Hasn't been too eventful. Most interesting
Yeah,
thing
that
we've
music
seen
is
is a
better.
traveling carnival. Of course, we didn't get to see much of it on
It's good music, isn't it?
He
The
kept saying
music.
there were a bunch of hucksters and thieves looking to steal our money.
Your puppy is cute.
That dog of yours is real cute.
Oh, do you think so? I'm not fond of dogs, but Ma got him mostly to keep Bram entertained, I think. I worry when she gets too excited around the baby, though.
What a sweet baby.
Sweet baby. Quiet.
Yes, Ria's very good-tempered. Not like Bram at that age. Whew! He was a little terror.
I'll just leave you both to it.
Excuse me, but it's getting late. I should put Ria to bed.
Very well. It was nice talking to you, Beth.
And
Right,
you.
I need to go and speak to one with the nighttime ones. I need to put this back on the Discord. Is the nighttime ones go really slow like that instead of at full speed? We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. Nice animation. We talk. We need to talk.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
You and Getty be getting along.
I noticed you and the dog were getting on well.
She's sweet. This family don't appreciate what they've got. Not everybody's cut out for taking care of others.
We'll have a chat.
Mr. Fortine?
Yes?
Got a nice man.
Just wanted to tell you, your family's lovely.
Oh, that is very kind of you, Miss Leger.
You keep him on
I
our side.
am blessed to have such a loving wife and children. Quite fortunate. Ironic, really.
How do you mean?
Most folk mispronounce my surname as Fortune if they see it written down.
Fortune.
There's supposed to be power in names, right? Maybe even wrong ones.
Don't seem to be.
Pardon my frankness, but I get the impression you don't much care for your dog.
It's not that I don't care for her. I do not believe we can care for her. We've already got 5 mouths to feed. One more won't help. Ma didn't even consult me before taking her. Says she got her for the children. But they should worry about taking care of each other, not some poor animal.
We can take Getty if you don't want to.
If Geggy's a burden to you, we could take her
Geggy,
off
so
your hands.
Geggy, not Getty.
You would do that?
Sure.
No, I couldn't. Ma would raise Cain, and the children would hate me if I gave away their dog.
Beth told me she doesn't like dogs.
Your daughter told me she's not fond
I'm gonna
of
get the dog.
dogs.
That's right. I wish she had told me, or her mother for that matter. Tell you what, I'll go discuss it with Ma. We will let you know what we decide.
Right, okay. That's kind of got to the gist of it. The dog.
Sorry, think we could talk later? I want to hear Phil play.
Right, let's go, Jake. Jake's having a big swig.
Not now, Harley. I'm listening to the music.
Well, I'll go along to the other campfire then, because you two are so rude. Pretty much a case of...
How dare you!
Want there.
Miss Leger, come over here.
I'm in trouble.
Ma and I have discussed your proposal.
It pains me to admit it, but I may have been somewhat hasty in adopting that pup. Now, you're certain you can provide her a good home?
I think so, yes.
Then it is settled. We'll let you have her for 2 crowns.
Here you are.
Down to 40 grounds. Oh,
Thanks
41.
very much. Brom, bring the dog out here.
The dog.
Say goodbye to Geggy Bram. She'll be going with these people now, and you won't be sneezing anymore.
Congratulations, Miss Leger. You've got yourself a dog.
Yes, just what I wanted, a dog.
Who's a good girl?
Well, to be fair, I've got to chuck this cat. Simba.
Okay, go play over there now.
We should probably call it a night, don't you think, Paul?
Yes, we have a long
There we
ride
go.
ahead of us.
It was lovely meeting you and your friends, Miss Leger.
Likewise. Best of
Get
luck
some
on your
light on
travels.
here, balance it out.
And to you as well. Good night.
So, got a dog. I'll go and speak to who? Oh, and the music.
Bravo, Phil.
Gracias. Let us keep the evening going, shall we?
They like keeping the evening going, don't they?
You two make a fine pair.
I'm glad you managed to convince those folks to give her up. They seemed nice enough, but I don't think they were right for her. For one thing, what kind of a name is Geggy?
I take it you're calling her something else?
Yep, her name's Lisa Lou now.
Lisa Lou sounds like a better name. Good name, I like it.
Good choice. She looks like a Lisa Lou.
I'm glad you think so.
Hey Nadine, how's it going?
That was very kind of you. Adopting the dog? Miss Johnson certainly seems to have taken a shine. I don't think I've seen her smile before this evening. She almost looks like a different person.
Got a companion.
Got any more songs for us, Phil?
In fact, I do. I always found this one rather beautiful. Dime que me haré, dime que me haré, sin tu amor, flor silvestre.
Love for Sylvester?
Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu
Lazy
jardín.
Birds, Goose in the Garden.
Si tu aroma
Love
mi alma
is-
carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir. Cuando volveré
Where's my
a
Volvo?
mis brazos tenerte. Si estando libre tú eres feliz, cuando nadie tu paso detiene, la distancia no se compadece de estos ojos que sufren por ti. Y vivo la ilusión
Maybe it's
de que un
illusion.
día regreses. Entre abrazos y caricias confieses que no hay vida sin mí. Y dime que me haré sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín. Si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir.
It was definitely in a minor key. Oh, he didn't finish. No, finished now?
Goodness, that was certainly...
Art.
Down with this sort of thing. Careful now.
Of course not. Just got a cinder in my eye.
Admit it.
Yes, you are. Just admit it. Even the mighty
Oggy.
gentleman Jake can shed a tear.
Look, I don't need this. I'm going to bed. Good night, folks.
Gentleman Jake got a little bit. Yeah.
No need to shame a man for showing his feelings, Harley.
Campfire is always nicer with music. There we go, Chivo. Evening. How are you doing, Oggy? You all right? Which one is it? There we go.
Hey, Danny. How's your evening been?
I really enjoyed meeting the Fortines. It's nice to see a family that's so close. All that time on the road and in the mountains, with only each other to rely on. It can't be easy, but they clearly make it work. I think maybe I'll ride my parents next chance I get.
I think that's calling it a
Time
day.
for me to call it a night.
I was going to
Good
say,
night,
we've
Harley.
gone through everybody.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
Night, Leger.
Been a long day, according to Oggy. How's it been over here? It's been busy. Getting things ready for visits and stuff like that. Because I've got more customers to do. London trip to do. Whether a UAE trip will happen is another question. Stockholm trip to do.
Hey, Nadine.
Hey, Wispy Nut.
Hello, Harley. Something I'd like to ask you. You seem quite well traveled. What's it like in a big city?
Well, everywhere's different. I've never been to El Presidio before.
It's big, but from what I hear, not as crowded as cities back east.
Doubt it's anything you can't handle. Stick with us and you'll be fine.
That is something of a comfort.
Have families.
The Fortine family was nice, weren't they?
It was incredible to see such a strong family bond. They depend on each other completely for their livelihood and survival.
You said the Otham took you in. They aren't your people?
No. I don't know who my people are. My father never told Dr. Sedgwick, and I have no memories of him talking about it. I think my parents came from somewhere to the east, but I'm not even sure of that.
I find you people?
Have you ever tried tracking down where you came from?
No, I've considered it, but it's complicated. Perhaps someday.
Certainly learned a lot about coyotes.
I have to say, I've learned quite a bit about coyotes lately.
They are fascinating creatures, aren't they? I'm sure you can understand why there are so many stories and legends about them.
Did you get a chance to speak with Mrs. Fortine?
I did, for a short while.
What did she have to say?
Oh, she was just curious about my background. Told me about hers, that sort of thing. It was a nice conversation.
Yeah. Talk to Danny.
Hey, Danny, let's talk.
Sure.
I can't believe how you jumped right after that kid.
I'm still
Go
impressed
back a
how you
couple
just
episodes.
jumped in after that kid.
I'm just glad we were able to save him. It's nice to be on a team again, like old times.
What was that about being on a team before?
A team. Like those folks you mentioned before?
Yeah. We were a posse. My best friend Petey was our leader. Petey and I left El Presidio along with 5 of our friends. We were looking for new lives out on the frontier. I told my parents we were pooling our money together to buy a farm, which was
We'll get to the adventures
true.
in a second, okay? I haven't
Except,
forgotten.
We didn't actually have any money. Petey took charge and we all started off working odd jobs here and there. But he got impatient. He got it into his head that it would be easy money to rob a stagecoach. I didn't much care for the idea, but once Petey put his mind to something, there was no turning back. So the big day came, and things didn't go so well. Petey didn't make it. I was the only one who did.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I just wish I'd said something more. Push back harder on the whole idea. But honestly, talking about it helps. So, thanks, I guess.
Oh,
The wagon is slowing down again.
we've talked a
See
little bit.
anything out there, Danny?
Yeah, this is a small building.
Let's go take a look.
Me and Danny time.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to think no one would ever turn up.
What's wrong?
What's the matter?
The post office has been overrun.
Overrun?
Yes. Rats?
Rats. Rats would be welcome friends compared to the evil in there.
Evil?
Pop, pop.
What evil?
The deceiver.
Caught the bomb.
The father of lies.
You talking about the devil?
You're saying the devil is in your post office?
Yes, just like in that story. He lives in there.
Wonderful. Another maniac. Frontier's lousy with them.
That's definitely come from my right ear.
Then again, maybe not.
Okay. Let's go and have a look.
Wait, what are you doing? Don't go in there. He'll devour your soul.
Excuse me?
Just stay away from there, please.
What else have we got? Right, what have we missed?
Wanted, Gina Fuller, the demon. Wonder if Mr. Postman isn't just susceptible to the power of suggestion.
What have we missed? We were on the wagon. We came across a sandstorm, so we had to park up. We parked up at this captain's house. Captain was living with a bit of a regret and remorse because 5 of his crewmen killed on a whaling hunt, and he went into a trance, so we had to pretend to be his crewmates in order to bring him out the trance. That was all good. We got a couple of bits and pieces, and then we went on a trail. We met the family you just seen there, and then we got some firewood. Then we met the family. We're on here, so yeah, all right.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
What do you think's in the office?
Not the devil, that's for sure.
No. Gentleman Jake?
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Do you believe this fellow? About it being the devil in there?
I don't doubt he believes it, but I also think the poor fella's got a wild imagination.
Nadine?
Nadine?
Yes?
What's your take on all this?
I'm not sure, really. Obviously, it's nothing supernatural.
No,
I
it's not
believe the
supernatural.
explanation will be far more mundane.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any thoughts on what could be inside the post office?
Whatever it is, it sounds scary. I don't think it's the devil, though.
Phil?
Phil?
Harley?
What do you think, Phil? Is that the devil in there?
Not El Diablo.
If it is, I am not going to be the one to find out.
Come on. Stupid chair. One more chat with the post office guy.
Mr. Postman?
Hey,
Yes?
hey.
What is it?
Keep calm. I'm going to try and take care of this.
God be with you.
Hey, let's go in.
Wait, what are you doing?
You said
Don't
keep
go in
calm.
there. He'll devour your soul.
Don't keep...
Excuse me?
Just stay away.
Right, I need to distract him. I need to distract. What we got? In here was this milk.
What's this jug for?
It's my supply of drinking water.
What's this jug?
It's my supply of drink. Yes?
I'd like you to tell me exactly what led up to your current predicament, and give me every detail.
Very well.
Yeah.
I arrived last night with a load of mail from Bly, up north. Passed the night here and spent the morning sorting and tidying, getting ready to continue on to the next station in Wolf Spring. About midday, I stepped outside to ready my horse. Then I heard the most awful noises coming from inside. Sheila heard them too, and bolted off like a shot. Saving her own skin, I can hardly blame her. When I looked in, I beheld a most dreadful scene. Blood everywhere.
Over there. Wait a second.
Sounds of snarling and crunching bones, and his horrid shadow on the wall. Huge and horned. I ran out here to pray for help, and ain't moved since.
No idea. You said something about a story?
What was that you said before about a story? That this was just like in some story?
Of course. You must know the famous short story by H.W. Montesquieu. The Devil Lives in the Post Office. A most chilling tale.
Devil lives in the post office.
I used to think it was just one of Mr. Montesquieu's celebrated flights of imagination. But now, I suspect he must have known something the rest of us didn't.
Big fan of horror fiction, are you?
Well, you know, no more than anyone else, I suppose. Just something to while away the long hours on the road.
Isn't life horrific enough all on its own without thinking up new, imaginary ways for things to be awful?
Yep.
Ah, but the devil is very real, miss. He'd only like you to think otherwise.
Do you think devil's in there?
What makes you think it's the devil and not something else?
What else could it possibly be?
I can think of a few possibilities.
Go and have a look for yourself, then. You'll knock
There we
it
go.
out once you see it with your own eyes.
Aren't we pretty far from civilization? Why have a post office here?
Not at all. We're just outside the delivery area for Shivering Pines. 10 homesteads within a 2-mile radius. Anyhow, it mostly serves as a transfer and rest station for carriers like me. But next time they ask me to take this route, I'll tell them to go to hell. 'Cause that's where they sent me.
Keep calm. I'm going to try and take care of this.
God be with you.
Go in. We've now got the permission to go in and have a look. We're in.
What in the ether? Gruesome. I hope that's not human blood. This devil lives in every post office. I have a feeling the mail will be delayed today. This lantern seems to be what's casting that shadow. Glad it's not my job to organize those.
So, I need to see what to use.
A piece of petrified wood from the desert. What in the
Instead of trying to walk around there, I'm not...
What in the ether?
Danny.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Need my help?
Would you happen to have anything on you that could help the situation?
Just my pistols. They could be of use once you figure out what's in there, I guess.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Got anything on you that might help the situation?
Aside from my gun, you mean? Well, I got my pocket mirror, but I don't see how that can help.
Can I borrow your mirror?
I'll take that mirror for a spell if you don't mind.
Okay. Curious to see what you do with it.
Because if I can see... So, it's... it looks like a cat. The ears look very cat-like. So, if we use... It is a cat.
How about that? Seems our devil is just a hungry wildcat.
Okay.
Got some good news for you.
Oh?
It's not the devil in there, it's a wildcat.
I knew it!
Jumped in through the window, looks like. Right now, he's having a fine time feasting on a fresh rabbit.
Oh. Are you certain? The devil takes many forms.
I'd stake my life on it.
So what do we do about it?
I'm open to suggestions.
Easiest thing to do would be to scare it off. I could fire a warning shot, that ought to spook it.
I'm not sure. It seems dangerous. I don't think I could lasso it safely.
I do have some firecrackers the trapper's son gave me. I could scare it off with those.
The poor creature's probably frightened to death.
It sure didn't seem that way.
Animals often act vicious to mask their fear.
Not that different to humans.
True enough.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Johnson?
What do you need?
Any tips for dealing with wildcats?
Yes. Stay away from them.
We can't just leave this one in there.
Why not? It'll wander off on its own eventually.
Come on, help me out, would you?
Well,
Like I said before, keep your distance. Avoid direct confrontation. Best bet is to scare it off.
Scare it off. Avoid direct confrontation. Firecrackers from Phil.
Phil?
Harley?
Let's see if you can spook that cat with some of your razzle-dazzle.
It would be my pleasure.
He likes blowing things up.
Anda! Success! The beast jumped out the window.
What about that other noise? Damn it! The wildcat must have knocked over that oil lamp when it took off out of here.
Santa Maria! This is not good. We need to do something, and fast.
Get water. Water. That's fine.
Someone give me a hand with this?
Ooh, okay, we got it out.
That was a close one.
Yes, a bit too close.
What? What happened?
Well, you were stood there being scared cat at the back. But we chased that
inside
wildcat
of the
instead.
office got a little singed, but we managed to put out the fire.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Funny, didn't see him in there with the bucket. Guess we should head back.
God bless you folks.
Okay. In rain, sleet, or snow, save the post office. Where are we going now? Where is El Presidio? Oh, it's over here. We're about halfway on the journey so far. Right. Somebody talk to Phil.
Phil?
Harley?
Go on your guitar.
How are you liking the guitar?
It is a fine instrument. I have not had the opportunity to play in some time.
Those trappers were interesting.
Meeting those trappers was fortunate.
Are you attempting to make a pun?
What? No. I would never. Puns are the lowest form of humor.
Aha! And what would you consider the highest?
Sarcasm. Also puns.
The highest? That would have to be puns too. Only the so bad it's good sort where it kind of wraps around and becomes great again.
Ha, very good. I shall keep that in mind. Anyway, yes, I am glad we encountered them. They were quite entertaining,
They were.
especially the father. Seeing him loosen up after a few swigs of rum was quite satisfying.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
And it's time we talk to Jake, because we haven't talked to Jake for a while.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, Harley?
It was nice to spend time with that trapper family.
With who? Oh, right, the Fentons.
I believe they were the Fortines.
Right.
How about
Another
another story?
Sure. Here's one about the time I lassoed a rabid coyote.
Last time. And that's how I got
And
to
that's
wear
how I ended
hats.
up with this scar.
Huh. There's a lady running toward the road.
The heck is she doing?
Madre de Dios!
I'd better see what's going on. What is it? Bandits? Highwaymen?
Worse. Performers.
Good
Uh-oh.
day to you, travelers.
What's so good about it then? And what are you thinking, running out in front of the wagon like that?
I apologize for the theatrics. I fear it's in my nature.
I think we need this sound effect, folks.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
They want from us.
Okay, we've stopped. What do you want?
What do I want? I suppose I'm, well, desperate.
That much is clear. You running away or something?
Heavens no, I could never do that. I'm the impresario of this theater troupe. Name's Kate Hatomi. Our show opens next week, and I'd be fibbing if I said it was going well.
Well, you are. Right.
Sounds to me like you are trying to run away.
I am doing nothing of the sort. All I ask is an hour of your time. We've been rehearsing this play for so long. We're all too close to the material. We need fresh eyes and unbiased opinions. If you could but watch our rehearsal and share your honest unvarnished impressions,
unvarnished
you would be doing us
opinions.
a good turn. The performance will be gratis, of course.
Will we be compensated for our time?
Sounds like you're asking us to be consultants. Is this a paid gig?
I'm afraid our budget would not stretch to permit that, but I could offer you free tickets to see the production when it officially premieres, as well as my most sincere gratitude.
What do you think, Miss Johnson?
I think it sounds like an excellent chance to get a few winks. I'll park just over there. Y'all have fun.
Miss Johnson's just gonna chill out. Okay, here we go.
Ladies
folks.
and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and all the Queen's Mid-Atlantic players, welcome! This is a peek behind the curtain, if you will, at a work in progress. I thank you most humbly for your indulgence and warmly invite you to share your impressions following the rehearsal. And now, please enjoy the show. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful and charming princess.
Oh, I love my land. The people are kind, the water fresh, and the days are sunny and bright.
The princess was loved and admired by everyone in the land, except one. An evil wizard coveted the kingdom and kidnapped the princess, intending to marry her and gain the throne. To ensure she could not escape, he summoned a terrifying dragon to guard her.
A dragon's head.
However, all was not lost. For a young hero rose to the challenge.
I shall battle the dragon and save the princess. That is, if my dear mother lets me. I said, if my mother lets me, of course.
Faye, that's your cue. Faye? Where the hell is Faye?
I don't know. Last I saw her, she was in her tent.
Oh, for crying out loud! I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what I was thinking. It's clear we won't be getting anywhere with this rehearsal. You can change out of your costume now, Dwayne. We're done here. Martina? Quentin? Same goes for you.
But I spent hours on my makeup.
And I spent months on this show! Look where that's gotten us! Everything I do to keep all this together, and you lot can't even turn up on stage now and then to hit a mark and say a few lines. Off with you, I need to think.
I think one can say she's a bit miffed.
I really must apologize for wasting your time. I knew the show needed some work. I didn't realize it wasn't fit to perform.
Maybe we can help you fix it. It's going to go down this route, isn't it?
There must be some way we can help with the show.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
There we go.
Are you sure? Much as it pains me, I can't honestly say we aren't in need of help.
Likewise.
Certainly.
Well, I'm curious to hear your suggestions. But right now, we need to find out what's wrong with Faye. Your doctor friend went to examine her, but I think she's just having one of her tantrums. You know how actors can be. Or perhaps you don't. In which case, consider yourself lucky. I'm going back to the stage. Come see me if you have any ideas.
We're thinking, why is there no box there?
Any ideas?
Perhaps. Excuse me. I'm going to have another look at the stage.
Danny and I are gonna go talk to the two fellers playing the wizard and hero. I think you should help Miss Redbird see to that Faye woman. Anyhow, we'll see if we can't get this show in halfway decent shape. Come on, Danny boy.
All right. Time to start questing. The final question from this tonight.
Hello, Miss Martina, was it?
Yeah, Martina Holder. I am sorry we could not finish the show for you.
No worries. My companions and I are trying to help your director make it better.
Ah, good. We do need the help.
Is that the same actress as the voice actress who played the Irish owner of Rosewater?
When did you join this troupe?
Oh, about 4 years ago. Then my English was not so good, so I did not get many parts with words, but I am getting more and more lines in the new shows.
What did you do before joining?
What were you doing before joining this troupe?
I was living in Bright Bay, working as an art model. One evening, the artist I modeled for took me to the theater to one of Miss Hatomi's shows. Afterward, he told me he was leaving to go to work for a new patron in Italy. He could no longer keep me.
So he took you out to lessen the blow?
Yeah, but I've just read your
Exactly.
comment
It
about
turned out
needing
he
Mario
knew
and
Miss
Luigi.
Hatomi.
Here we go!
He painted some backdrops for her. He took me backstage after the show and asked her to let me audition. I was shaking. I cannot even remember what I said. I had never acted before, you see. But fortunately for me, Miss Hatomi decided to take me on. Otherwise, I would have been out on the street.
Tell me about your castmates.
I'd like to know about your castmates.
They are fine people, and I am lucky to know them. Mr. Ellis always has stories and jokes to make me laugh. He reminds me of a big bear. He's also a very fine actor, and he has performed on stages in great cities all over Europe. Dwayne is very nice, but he's also very shy. He does not speak much with me or any of the others. I have always thought it is funny that an actor is so shy, but when he is on stage, one would never know. And Mrs. Davies is like a mother to me. She cares for us very much and wants to make sure everyone is healthy and happy. Although she does nag a lot. My real mother did not nag so.
Goodbye, Miss Holder.
Lovely to be speaking with you.
On the blue tent. Oh, hello.
Oh, another visitor. Who are you?
Harley Legere. And you are?
Faye Davies. I don't expect it's a name you've heard. And as I was explaining to your friend here, not a name I expect you'll hear very much in the future.
Oh, down in the bottle. That's a hell of a gulp.
Mrs. Davies, I would advise moderation in regards to that brandy.
Dear girl, I understand you like to dabble in medical matters. Let me assure you that this is the only medicine that works for me.
Hey, Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
Did you examine Mrs. Davies?
I did.
And what's your medical opinion?
I couldn't find anything wrong with her physically. At least nothing that an excess of brandy wouldn't explain. But she's in no state of mind to be performing.
I don't believe one needs to be a medical professional to draw that conclusion, my dear.
She's not exactly Lady Piermont, is she?
What's your opinion of the show?
Yes, please tell us. Don't be shy. I'd like to hear what you think.
I didn't quite understand it, actually. Perhaps it would make more sense if we had seen the whole thing.
Dear girl, I truly doubt that would have made much of a difference.
I'll see you later.
What else is there on here?
A few books and a collection of wax cylinders in that box. Let's see. There are a few wax cylinders here.
Oh. No, we won't take a cylinder just yet. That might. Nope. Won't take the cylinder just yet, because that might. Hey.
Mrs. Davies?
What is it?
Why weren't you on stage today? Is something wrong?
Something wrong. Something wrong. Exactly what aspect of my current condition would suggest to you that anything is right?
What's got you so upset?
I'm about to lose my place here, that's what. Turned out on the dusty road to fend for myself. I'm simply overcome with the sheer injustice of it all.
Okay. What you think you're gonna be fired?
You think you're being dismissed? Why's that?
Oh, it's a long, long story, but what it comes down to is finances, or lack thereof. Kate has been tightening the belt lately. She says our performances haven't been attracting the crowds they once did. But even so, we aren't doing that badly. All of us have taken quite deep cuts to our usual allowance. It still doesn't seem to be enough. Naturally, I, being the most recent addition to the troupe, am the first up to the chopping block. If you ask me, Something doesn't add up.
Mm.
I know for a fact that our run in Bois de Quivo was quite respectable. Yet apparently our financial future is dangling over the precipice by a fraying thread. It's all more than a tad suspicious.
Okay. You think Miss Hitomi's pocket money?
So you suspect Miss Hitomi is taking more than her share?
We've all suspected it for some time, but I'm the only one who's willing to speak up about it. Everyone else knows I'll be the first to go, so they keep their heads down and wait to reap my share.
You've accused Miss Hitomi?
Of course not. I haven't got any proof. But you can bet I would if I did.
Okay. What happens if you get fired?
If you were let go, what would you do?
Oh, God, please don't ask me such things. I can't bear to think about it.
It's a serious question. Everyone needs a backup plan.
I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, what will I do? Kate couldn't be so heartless. Will they really just let me go? Will no one speak up for me? God, help me.
Oh gosh, she's gone back to the bottle.
There now. I'm sure there's a solution.
Have you been in this troop long?
How long have you been a member of this troop?
Oh, not long at all. Less than a year. I was the last one to join.
Okay. Where were you before?
What did you do before you were a Queen's Mid-Atlantic player?
I was with another outfit based up in Fawcett. The Davies Traveling Spectacular. 15 years we were together. Anton, my husband, was our director and I was the star.
I'm
When I
gonna
got
call it
too
a day
old
soon,
to play the
folks.
princesses and heroines, Anton would cast me as the ravishing queen. He always made sure I had a spot on center stage. 16 months ago, he passed away in a stagecoach accident. An enormous tragedy.
I'm terribly sorry.
So were we all. Anton was the fiercely beating heart of that troupe. Absolutely irreplaceable. The others couldn't imagine going on without him. So everyone just went their separate ways. Just like that, everything was gone. My heart's love, my director, my troupe, my livelihood. I'm sorry.
So, how did you come to join Miss Hitomi's troupe?
Oh, the traveling theater world is quite small, you know. We all know one another and meet on the road from time to time. Kate heard what happened and wrote me a letter of condolence. We corresponded for a while. Eventually, she said she was passing by Fawcett and offered to take me in. Quite simply, she took pity on me.
Okay. Tell me more about your customer.
What can you tell me about the other players?
Oh, such sweethearts. They've taken me in like a second family. Martine, especially. She's the daughter I never had. Dwayne is a good boy, but he keeps to himself. And dear Quentin. He and I have something of a friendly rivalry. Although he can get quite competitive at times, the old ham.
Where do you want to act?
What drew you to the stage?
I've known I wanted to act since I was a girl. I would put on shows for my parents and the village children. I traveled to Fawcett to audition for Anton Davies' Traveling Spectacular. He had just formed the troupe then. First, I became his star actress, and soon enough, his wife.
I'll just leave you to it. Nothing to say, really.
Poster.
A poster for some show I've never heard of called The Dissembling Mechanism. Apparently it opened on New Year's Day.
We know we got some
A cylindrograph. It's for playing music on wax cylinders. Someone kept a copy of a local newspaper.
local newspaper. Having players perform Camelot in the Park before bemused onlookers. Picnickers, ramblers and families intent on enjoying a leisurely afternoon in Las Vegas. Hello there, Lou. How are you doing? In Las Virginia's Pelican Park last Sunday were doubtlessly befuddled by a nearly incoherent plein air rendition of the chivalric drama Camelot, staged there by impresario Miss Hitomi's. I've got. Let me a second. I'm starting to feel a bit tired, but I'm getting there. I think I might save this in a minute and leave it going. But I hope you're keeping well. Yeah. Staged there by impresario Miss Hitomi's itinerant theatre troupe, the Mid-Atlantic Players. The polyglot players, hailing from all over Vespuccia and the far reaches of the globe, gargled and fumbled through their lines in a stilted faux medieval patois, riddled with these and those, and forsooth they strove to bring King Arthur's court to life amidst the palm and fountains of the West Lawn. Evidently, in the habit of travelling light, the performers were obliged to make do with the next to nothing in the way of sets, costumes, or props that might even enliven the spectacle and in any way further the illusion of courtly medieval setting for the drama. As to drama, the plot was paper thin, a stock tale of good overcoming evil, wholly lacking in subtle and nuance. Not to mention any trace of the courtliness and charm one might expect in a romance from the day of yore. The legions of nappers, taking advantage of late afternoon haze to doze to the soft grass, eventually found little in the way of thrills during the proceedings to rouse them from their slumber. Perhaps more fitting description of the scenes, days of ball. Whatever happened to Dr. Bennett Clark? Oh, hello. Once hailed the Wizard of Ethericity, and Dr. Bennett Clark has fallen from public eye in recent years after the public outcry following the deaths of 15 people in the Lamplight City Expo disaster of 47. He hastily relocated to Rosewater, West Virginia, where for a time he continued a series of public demonstrations, albeit to a diminished audience. No word has been heard of Dr. Clark in nearly a year. Right, awesome destruction he roars. Claims he only wished was to betterment and protection of all mankind by harnessing and taming the mighty dragon of ethericity. Clark hoped to bring salvation to the common. I think we're going to pause there. Not the most glowing review, no. I agree. We're going to save the game. So what was that? That's tracker. Wait. On with the show. Call it that one. We want to leave. Welcome back. Henry has subscribed for 83 months. Thank you very much for the resubscription. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 80. That's nearly 7 years, mate. That's nearly 7 years. Holy. 7 years. I've been an affiliate nearly 7 years. Jesus, that's just sunk in. That's just sunk in like a battleship. The heck? 2018, wasn't it? 2018 when I started. 2019, 2020. 7 flipping heck. Why is it when you see enough, when you're used to streaming like this? I mean, you've seen me in loads of different locations in here. I had the man cave, and the bedroom, and the living room, the kitchen, now in here. I mean, I've been in 5 locations. But that has proper hit me as that one. 7 years. Oh well. 7 years it is. I'm going to stop the music and put it out of Rosewater. There we go. But I will say thank you very much. How are you doing? You're right. Not seen you in the pit lane yet? No, I haven't got pit lane pass. Don't think I'll ever get a pit lane pass, mate. Don't think I'll ever get a pit lane. Suppose it's you're all right. That's good to hear. suppose we're going to go coming up because we've got to show what's coming up because it's coming up. We're back to normal this week. So Mellow Mondays has been. And we lead straight on to quiz night. First time back in 3 weeks, I want to say. With week 13. And I believe we've got Jude leading the way at the minute. Will Jude lead the way going into at the end of week 13? We'll find out from 8 o'clock UK time at twitch.tv/tracker57. Oh yeah, I'm getting much better with these times. Thank you. So who am I going to say thank you to? Thank you to Jew for the bits. Thank you to Jew for the bits again for saying the music is better with the bit music other than the music that you heard over the top. Thank you to Henry for the resubscription on there as well. 83 months. Thank you all for watching. Rosewater's going well. So part 4 will be on Track on Demand at some point tomorrow. Yeah, it's going really well. We're working our way through. I think we're about 3 or 4 parts away. And then we're going to switch over to Cinema Simulator 2025. Yabago asked earlier, is there any update on TCG Car Shop Simulator? Now, I know someone in the chat who knows that. Lou, have you heard of any update on TCG Car Shop Simulator? Because I haven't heard. But yeah. Other than that, Lou says no. I check most days, but no news. It seems to have just stopped. That's the problem. It seems to. Anyway, thank you ever so much for everyone for joining. I've whacked the table. I'm tired. I'm in the office tomorrow, which is never a good thing. But before we go, thank you ever so much to everyone who watched, contributed, supported, joined in with all the stuff that CTRTs and 1 week for MNDA did. The team hit the target of £1,000. We hit £1,100 plus gift aid. We hit target for seconds to spare, hitting bang on £100 plus gift aid. So I can't thank you enough for that. And on that note as well, Seconds to Spare will return in November. So anyone who's watching this who wants to get involved with Seconds to Spare, £1,110 was raised. Thanks, Olgie. Anyone who wants to get involved with it will be a contestant on the next episode of Seconds to Spare, which will be done for Yorkshire County Research. Please feel free to drop me a line. The questions are being written every week. The rules have been sorted out thanks to my what did I call you? I didn't call you something. The word right. What tag have I given you, Lou? You don't look at the questions. You don't look at the questions. Just anyone thinking you should look at the questions. No. You're the show development consultant. Speak into my show development consultant. I've got my quiz moderator in the chat, Oggy. So questions moderator. So you're the show development consultant, Lou. We've got rounds 1 and 2 kind of done now, which is good. We've tweaked them from the first episode, so that's all good. Dream team all round. So yeah, if you do want to play Seconds to Spare and you know me on Discord, just drop me a line. I'll see what we can do. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Red Dwarf is just looking really shiny tonight. I don't know why Red Dwarf is Red Dwarf's lights on. Let's see. Let's turn the lights down. We've got lights on Red Dwarf. Just about glow. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great evening. If you're about for quiz night on Wednesday, I'll see you on Wednesday. If you're not and you're about on Monday for next week's. Till then, yeah. Thanks for watching.